Hi, I'm Bobby from You Are the Miracle. I'm here today to help you to continue to do what you love to do by improving mobility, strength, stability, and preventing injury. So let's get started today. On your next inhale, arms overhead. Inhaling, arms up. Arms out to the side. Elongated. The hips open to the long edge. The right side of the body. Extend hand, right arm across to the left knee. So in this class, we're going to focus on twists, which help to release the lower back and hips in particular, but there's a lot of moving parts to create our full twist, our full rotation, our full mobility. So we're going to kind of piece all of the parts together and really hold some twists to help release the fascia through the low back. So that's your QLs and also your psoas muscles, which help to attach the hips to the back. So let's get started. We're gonna come down onto the ground. The big toes can be together, knees out nice and wide, and take the knees kind of as wide as your body will allow you. And then you're going to walk the arms forward, keeping length in the upper body, and then you can release down. If the forehead doesn't come all the way down to the ground, you can stack fists, resting your forehead on stacked fists, stacked hands, or in the full expression, arms extended. Allowing yourself to rest here. You're going to start to focus in on the breath. So breathing in to the belly, you'll feel the low back begin to expand, rising three-dimensionally through the rib cage, all the way up into the collarbones, and then exhaling, let your body sink in. 4 more breaths, just like that. So belly, ribs, collarbones, and sinking in. 3 more. On your exhale, you're going to walk the hands across to the left side, crossing the right hand over the left. You'll sink in here and finding your breath. This time sending the breath through the right side body, lengthening through the right arm as you inhale, all the way out through the fingertips. Exhaling, allow yourself to soften. So use the breath to create length. Use the exhale to sink and release, letting go. Two more. On your exhale, walking the arms across to the right side, left hand crossing over the right and sinking in. This time sending the breath into the left side of the body. And slowly back to center. Fingers spread wide. We're going to shift forward here, stacking hips above the knees, wrists, elbows, and shoulders stacked. We're going to tuck the chin, tuck the tail, rounding through the back. On the exhale, as we inhale, allowing the tail to lift up the wall behind, shoulders sliding down the back, gazing forward. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Inhaling, looking, lifted. Two more. Last one. And then finding neutral spine. From here, we're going to extend the right arm forward, the left leg back, and we're going to inhale to extend through the fingers, pressing back with the sole of the left foot. As you exhale, you're going to draw elbow into knee. Inhale, extending. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, extending. Exhaling, rounding. 2 more. As we extend, we're going to lower the left knee down. Right arm comes out to the right side. We're going to slide the right arm behind the left wrist, lowering down to the right shoulder. You can keep your left hand here for support, or option to extend the left arm skyward, wrapping it around the low back. As you breathe here, let your upper body sink into the right shoulder as the left shoulder opens towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Allowing yourself to release as you exhale and connecting with your breath as the tail lifts up the wall behind you. One more breath here. And then pressing into the left hand, so releasing the left hand, rising up. So switching to the other side, we're going to extend the left arm forward, right leg back. Right foot footprinting the wall behind you, left fingers extending forward. We'll inhale here, exhaling elbow to knee. Inhaling, extending, exhaling, elbow to knee. 3 more. Chin tucking in as you exhale. 2 more. Last one. And then releasing the right knee to the mat. Left arm out to the left side. Left arm sliding behind the right wrist. Lowering to the left shoulder. Hips squared, tail lifted. Right hand can remain on the ground for support or wrapping around the low back. Allowing the left shoulder to soften, the right shoulder to open towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then finding your breath. One more breath here. And then releasing the right hand down, pressing into the right hand and rising up. From here, we're going to come to a seated position, bringing the right foot into the inner left thigh. From here, we're going to shift to extend over the left leg. And you're going to grab your strap. So if you don't have a strap, I often suggest that an old belt, an old tie is a really great option. This is just to help with our posture here. So we're going to square the hips to the left leg. Fingers 10, we're going to draw the top of the crown, top of the head skyward. Shoulders sliding down the back. On your next inhale, arms overhead. And then we're going to hinge forward, leading forward with the belly button. Upper body extending, arms extending. And then once you've found your edge, you're going to release the arms, release the chin down in towards the chest. And then you're simply going to scoop the strap or whatever variation you're using as a prop here. And as you hold here, I still want the arms soft. So you can notice the elbows are soft. I'm not pulling and trying to stretch out here. We want a nice, gentle release. So thumbs are on the top of your strap and you just simply scoop the hands, letting your upper body sink in. With each exhale, imagining the upper body to come closer to that left leg. The right shoulder sinking down towards the floor as the upper body squares over the left leg. 2 more breaths here. Chin tucked into chest. On your exhale, the chin's going to tuck in and you're going to slowly rise up. You'll use your strap in your left hand and we're going to bring the right arm out to the right side. We'll reach overhead with the right arm as we look under the right shoulder. And you're going to switch your strap into the right hand and bring the left arm across, palm facing up and looking past that right shoulder. So this may look very different for you and that's okay. So even if you're here, even if your upper body is a little tight, we can still begin to open up until you can allow the body to find that length. But finding where you're at today and then sinking in. As you breathe, you're going to breathe into the right side body, creating length here, allowing the low back to release, the QL to release, and sinking the right hip and right knee down into the mat, letting go. 2 more breaths. On your exhale, you can lower the right shoulder down, slowly rising up. We'll remove the strap, bring the left leg back to center. From here, you can cross the right leg over the left. You're going to wrap the left arm around the right knee, then opening from the waist, looking over the right shoulder. You'll press the right heel of the hand into the ground as you rise through the top of the crown. Left toes drawn back towards the shin and finding your 3-part breath. So breathing into the belly, the ribs opening, allowing the chest and heart to open. As you rise into the collarbones, the shoulders slide down the back. And then as you exhale, softly releasing. Continuing with your breath here. On your exhale, slowly coming back to center, we'll extend the right leg out, left foot to the inside of the right leg. We'll place that strap around the right foot, releasing it onto the ground, hips squared to the right leg, arms extending overhead. We'll go through the top of the crown as we inhale, as we exhale, shifting forward, leading with the belly button. And then allowing the upper body to extend, arms beside the ears. Once you've found your edge, releasing the arms, elbows soften. Using the strap by scooping the hands, thumbs on the top. And letting go. This time, left shoulder sinking down towards the floor to square the hips. Chin tucked into chest. Connecting with your breath. On your exhale, slowly rising up. This time strap in the right hand. We'll bring the left arm out to the left side, extending the left arm overhead. You can place the strap in your left hand, right arm across to the left knee, and then looking under that left shoulder, and then allowing the upper body to release over the right leg. So again, this can look very different, and from side to side, it can also look very different. So we have a dominant side and a non-dominant side, And that really plays a big impact in our mobility on either side. So allow yourself to look different. Allow yourself to be where you're at depending on the mobility on each side. And what I want you to do is just find that edge and then sink in. Using your breath to release and using the breath to create space as you breathe into the left side body. 2 more breaths here. On your exhale, the left elbow sinking down. You can remove your strap. And we're going to bring the left leg back to center. Right leg back to center. Left leg crossing over the right. We'll wrap the right arm around the left knee, opening from the waist, looking to the left side. We'll press into the left hand, creating length through the top of the head. Shoulders sliding down the back. Breathing here. And as you exhale, slowly coming back to center. From here, we're going to come up on to all fours. We'll tuck the toes, shifting up and back into a plank, and then shifting back into what's called down dog. So we're going to lift the hips up skyward. We're going to bend the knees to start with and allow the fingers to spread nice and wide. We'll look forward, stepping the left foot forward. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. We'll lower the right knee and toes. From here, you can allow the hips and pelvis to sink in. Shoulders sliding down the back, crown lifted. Finding your breath. Bringing the left hand to the left knee, we'll press the left knee away as we look over the left shoulder. A gentle bend in the right elbow and allowing the right hip to sink down towards the ground. Shoulders back, crown lifted. And shifting the left knee back to center. The fingers content. We'll tuck the right toes, rising up. From here, you're going to inhale to extend the arms overhead. And as you exhale, you're going to draw the elbows back, heart opening. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. 2 more. As we inhale, reaching forward, we're going to bring the fingers down to our mat once again. And we're going to lower the right heel on a slight angle, shifting back with that left hip. And so depending on hamstring tension here, this may still remain bent. You can also use, so I have blocks here that you can use. You can also use a chair in front of you if that helps. And then we're going to allow the upper body to extend, chin to tuck into chest. And breathing here, allowing the left hamstring to release. And just gently reminding yourself what you resist persists. So you'll feel a little resistance in the hamstrings probably. That's very natural, very normal. But as you imagine it releasing, it kind of magically does. So allow that softening, that release. And if it's screaming at you, that's okay too. Allow that. We'll bend the left knee as we shift forward. And then inhaling, we'll rise up, left arm forward, right arm back. The hips open to the long edge of your mat, shoulders sliding down your back. And we're going to sink into the left front knee. And checking to align left knee over left ankle. So we just want to make sure that that left knee isn't flaring out to the side or curled in. We want it nice and aligned here, stacked above the ankle. 2 more breaths, shoulders sliding down the back. Turning the left palm to face the ceiling, we'll inhale, sending it overhead, exhaling back to parallel. Inhaling up, looking up, exhaling back. Inhaling up, exhaling back. One more time, and back. From here, we'll shift to extend the left leg, left arm reaching over the left leg, left hand down towards your mat. We'll extend the right arm skyward, looking up to the right fingertips. And on your exhale, you're going to bring the right hand down to meet the left. Inhaling, we'll extend it skyward. And each time I want you to try and really focus on keeping that right hand in alignment as you come down. 2 more. Last one. And down. From here, you can tent your right fingers. And if you have a block, placing your right hand on the top of the block is an option here. We're going to send the left arm skyward as we twist through center. Exhaling down. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling down. 3 more. Last one. And bending that left knee. You're going to tent the fingers, pivoting onto the right toes. We'll step the right foot forward to meet the left, pausing in a forward fold for 2 breaths. Notice the right and left leg. Chin tucked into chest. On your exhale, we'll bend the knees. We'll step the left leg back this time, left knee and toe release. The hands to the inside of the right leg, shoulders sliding down the back, releasing through hips and pelvis. 5 breaths here. One more breath. And then bringing the right hand to the right knee, pressing the right knee away, right elbow and shoulder soften as you gaze over the right shoulder. Shifting the right knee back to center. We're going to tuck the left toes, rising up. We'll inhale, arms overhead, exhaling, elbows back, heart opening. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. 3 more. And fingers tent. Shifting back, left heel lowering on a slight angle and extending the upper body over that right leg. So once again, you can use either blocks or possibly even a chair to assist you here. And imagining that right hamstring this time melting, releasing, surrendering through that resistance. 3 more breaths. And then And shifting to bend the right knee. We'll extend, lifting the left arm back, right arm forward, hips open to the long edge of your mat, shoulders sliding down the back. 5 breaths, extending through the fingertips and allowing yourself to sink into the right bent knee. Right knee stacked above right ankle, breathing here. Right palm turning to face the ceiling, inhaling, extending, looking up to the right fingertips, exhaling back to parallel. Inhaling up, exhaling back. Two more. And then back to parallel. We'll extend the right leg, reaching out as if we're reaching over an imaginary tabletop. We'll lower the right hand down, left arm skyward. Exhaling, left hand down to meet the right. Again, tracking that same path each time. Two more. We'll tend the left fingers, switching to the right side, inhaling right arm up, exhaling down to meet the left. Inhaling up, exhaling back. 3 more. And releasing. From here, we'll bend the right knee, pivoting onto the left toes. We'll step the left foot forward to meet the right. Releasing into your forward fold. Inhaling here, tail lifting up the wall behind you. And then as you exhale, you're going to heel toe the feet to the outer edges of your mat. You're going to sink down into your squat. So this can look a lot of different ways. So we can also be up, knees bent, the heels can be off the ground or on the ground. Finding what feels best to you. And then we're going to shift back onto the ground, hugging the knees into the chest. A gentle rock side to side. And as we rock side to side, this is a great way to give a little bit of a release through the low back. As you move the knees away from the body and begin to rock side to side, you move down into the sacrum and the glutes. So just remembering this anytime you're feeling a little locked up, this is a great thing to do. This is a great thing to end your day with in bed even. Then finding center. From here, you can bring your hands down at your sides. We're going to lower the right foot down to the ground, crossing the left over the right. From here, arms out to the sides, palms facing up. We'll press into the right foot, hips hover, shifting the right hip towards the center of your mat. You can lower both knees to the right side. Rooting the left shoulder into your mat as you inhale. Exhaling, letting yourself soften and release. 4 more breaths. Exhaling, shifting back to center. Pressing into the right foot, shifting the right hip out. We'll uncross that left leg, switching to cross the right. Pressing into the left foot, hips hover. Left hip to center. Both knees releasing to the left side. This time rooting the right shoulder in as we breathe here. 5 breaths. And slowly shifting back to center. Pressing into the left foot, uncrossing the legs. And then from here, you can hug the knees in, rocking up to seated. And this will help to release and increase your mobility and your range of motion in your twist. Hope you enjoy it.